In today's video, I don't actually have a ticket number for it. It was an Xbox One S that was sent to us that beeps on and then beeps off. There can be a few different reasons as to why an Xbox One S beeps on and beeps off, but hopefully we can find the issue and fix it in today's video. It's not a long beep on, beep off. It's pretty much a second or two at max. And I'm going to show you what I found so far under the scope. I don't seem to have a short on the 12 volt line. If I did, the Xbox just wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't be a beep on, beep off scenario. I have tested the 5 volt and that seems to be okay. I've tested the 3.3 standby. That also seems to be okay. 1.8 also good, as well as 1.1 standby. I've also tested the Southbridge 1.8 and the Southbridge 1.1. All seem to be all right. We've also got U9C2, I believe, which is the NCP. This is a power management IC. Everything looks okay here. It looks can be deceiving. So sometimes in a beep on, beep off scenario, this chip can go faulty. But what I'm actually drawn to is U9F1. And if you can see what I'm looking at already, you get 10 points. If we zoom in a little bit more and just drag it over, can you see those two traces at the top? My guess is that one of these isn't connected to the trace. It might even mean that this component isn't actually bad, but more so that we've just lost the traces on these two. So what I'm going to do is grind away these two pads and see if I have continuity going from here to the actual pad. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I could be completely wrong, but this is what's standing out to me. We're going to go here just a little bit and just a little bit here. Just scrape away enough to see the trace underneath. Bit of isopropyl and just wipe away the conformal coating. There we go. Oh, and would you look at that? I've done the incorrect trace. So I was meant to do here and here, and I've done here and here. So back to this one real quick. There we go. Should be enough. Okay, so do we get a continuous path from here to here? Doesn't sound like it. Just make sure I'm in continuity mode. I am. But yeah, it doesn't seem like we get a trace from here to here. Interesting. Okay. And what about here to here? Yes, we do. So we get a continuous path here, but we just don't get a continuous path from here. I'm just going to try and get in as much as I can to here. Let's add a wire going from here right up until here and see if that resolves our issue. Like I said, I don't think there's a need to replace this chip specifically. I think these traces have just worn away. It seems to be quite a common issue with Xbox One S's, this U9F1. Take a little bit of flux and just put that there, just like that. Put solder on here. A little bit more than that, if possible. Make sure that we've got a good enough connection down here as well, where that wire is going to go. Now, this is a little bit of an awkward angle because you've got a component that is literally just here. So actually, I'm going to rotate the board to make my life easier. There we go. So it's upside down now. I should be able to just put this wire on here. If possible. It's tin now, which is good. Just need to connect it properly. Whoop. There we go. I just want to make sure that it's not bridging on the other side, which I don't think it is. I think we're good. And then if we just tack it down to here, it's enameled wire, so it has a coating on, so I just need to scrape that away. Or hold it down long enough that it disintegrates it, which I believe it has. I'm just going to add a bit more flux. And a tad more solder. There we go, that's better. And if we just go ahead and wiggle this off, just like that. Heat up the area with some hot air just to melt the flux. And now I'm just going to use some isopropyl alcohol and clean it up. If the wire falls off at this point, it wasn't fit for purpose. I'm not looking under the scope, so I don't know if it has. There we go, it looks okay. Just some hot air to get rid of the IPA. There we go. That wire does look very, very close to the pin next to it. Although you can see we're just about here, so I'm going to try and hook it round a little bit more. It's not even connected, look. See? Probably have to be careful. So I do just need to apply some more flux. Come back in with the iron. I guess the best way to do this would be to actually take the chip off, put the wire down, and solder it into place and then just hold it into place. That would probably be the easiest way. That looks better. With a quick clean. And another dry. There we go. How solid is that wire? Yeah. Perfect. Not going anywhere, that's for sure. And then, do we have continuity from point A to point B? In this circumstance, it's here to here. Yes, we do. Okay, so we have a beep on the multimeter. Let's go and see if this works. Okay, so I'm going to try and angle this again over to here so you can all see the big reveal. So I've plugged everything in, and we're just going to now turn it on and see what happens. Does it beep on and then beep off, or does it stay on? I've just pushed it on. Do we get a white light? We do. We get fan spin, and it hasn't turned off. That's a really good sign. I haven't plugged HDMI in. That's good. It's still on. Hasn't turned off. Let's go ahead and plug in display. Do we get anything on the screen? We get something. It's a black screen. There we go. Nice. So it displays the Xbox One logo. All right, and it's still on. And we're now back under the scope. And for the sake of everything good and glorious in the world, I'm just going to add some conformal coating here, here. Oh, that's on the component. Didn't mean to do it there. And just here to cover up where we have unveiled. Hello. Is that gonna? There we go. Some there. I'm just gonna put a blob down here, just to make sure we don't have any bridges. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Slowly going down. But there we go. That's better. Okay. Good. Then I'll cure it and put it back together. This Xbox was actually gifted to us as faulty, and I don't know the history of it because in my previous experience, those traces usually get damaged when the console just has a straight up no power. So this could have been a no power before they've tried to fix it, and then it's now become a beep on beep off issue. But as you saw, it's now fixed. I would say it's one happy customer, but I guess it's one happy me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.